Uh, it's good morning. Good morning. I
I
write.
accidentally pressed the button.
Well, I said but it's a good time to let people walk in. Fíjate, I arrive in Mexico at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to go. I have 3 hour layover, so I go to. I leave Mexico at 5:25, 5:25 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then it's a 4 hour trip to Medellin, Colombia,
Yeah.
and then Medellin, Colombia. Uh, I have a 2 hour, an hour and 51 minute layover, and then I fly from Medellin to Cartagena. So I should be at Cartagena by 12:45
Oh, it's not bad.
Friday. It's not bad. I mean, it really is a 12 hour trip.
Hey, you
Uh,
get there just in time for lunch.
that's a perfect timing. I don't think checking in is till 3, but I think
Yeah.
I'm going to see the church people from there. So I'll see the church people. We'll have lunch.
Bummer.
Yeah, and yeah, like oh crap, and I hope they're not watching. Uh, as the actually one of them, one of the church people there in Colombia is from here, from the United States,
That's
and
fantastic.
she's a gringa. She speaks awesome Spanish.
Yeah, I know. I think I used to follow a guy or like a couple that was in Colombia that decided to, I guess, stop their studies over here.
Huh?
They literally were going to be a doctor, but they decided to stop that and go to Colombia. I
Yeah.
forgot the guy's name or the girl's name.
Well, it's trippy because I was thinking that I was going to be back by Tuesday. I won't be back till Wednesday, which is good. I
Yeah,
mean, a good 5 days is good. I need some time away.
I'm
Uh,
pretty
you know,
sure there's stuff to do besides the beach.
well, one of the things about Cartagena, they have what's called La Ciudad Amurallada. La Ciudad Amurallada was a fortified city, and I'm looking down instead of looking up. It's a fortified city because I have the other screen. Fortified city inside the city, and that and in there, you get to walk around and you see a lot of the older buildings, the architecture and stuff. So that
Yeah,
part is kind of cool. So there's stuff to see. Plus, the people, the church people there, they state, hey, you could come over and there's some little islands to explore. So going to get on a couple of little boat trips and go to different touristy islands, stuff that
yeah,
hadn't even planned on. No, she did a good little list for me to do. So it's going to be okay. 5 days,
that's cool.
and then in I have 6 days in September where I'm going to Egypt.
Yeah,
And October, I won't be traveling in October.
you're not gonna go into the Amazon.
Not yet. Maybe next year. Oh, I in October I don't plan to travel, and I don't plan to travel because of the elections. Because we have November elections, so I plan to hit it very very hard in October.
How thoughtful.
Ah,
How thoughtful.
you know, I'm a
Instead of
thoughtful
a couple of months.
I'm a thoughtful kind of guy.
No, just a month before.
Well, part of the thing I think that a lot of people don't understand is
Yeah,
I'm always campaigning anyway. It's like everything that you do, and this is one of the things that I constantly tell kids because a lot of young people they go like, "No, I don't want to know anything about politics," and even a lot of older people. And I say, "You haven't understood everything.
yeah.
Everything is politics. Everything." And I
And
think,
what we actually talk is just like the bare minimum of it.
yeah, everything is politics. And I think now I think people are starting to understand everything is political. Everything. I mean, look at what's happening to
Even the wokeness, you gotta be politically
the,
correct.
the what? The what?
The wokeness.
Yeah. Well, think of it. Your light bill. Who would have thought that the light bill was political? It's 100% political. Your grocery shopping, it's political. Your kids going to school, it's political. Everything is politics, Sam.
The job growth of the city.
Yeah, everything is politics. And I think now that it's starting to hurt people in the pocketbook, now people are starting to understand why is it all political.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Erasmo. Looking sharp, sir. One day when I grow up, I want to be like you, sir. I admire you a lot. Love you, Hector. One day, someday, but not today, because there could be only one. Love you, Papa.
Mhm.
Morning, Cheese and Sam. I've been busy. You know, I was wondering, Royal, because I hadn't seen any more Talk Show Central RGV style shows. Are you, Sam?
The busy man.
But have you seen any of his shows?
I seen a couple, not lately though. But I have seen a couple. I do miss the one about the restaurant, like the food. They were talking about the food. Uh, I know there was one, at least that one was good. But I'm more of a like a food critic type of person watching those stuff.
Me mordí. I bit my lip on the inside, and it really, really sucks. Because now every time I'm eating something, I bite the part that bite down on the part that's already hinchadito. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it sucks.
Pero está todo hinchado, ¿no?
It's horrible. Well, the other thing, I don't know if y'all could notice, but y'all could probably have seen it yesterday. Here, right there, I
Yeah.
got this pimple yesterday. And
Those
what?
monkey pucks,
Huh?
monkey pucks.
Well, trust me, I was going like, damn monkeypox. I'm going like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I got this sore in here. I got that thing right there. I'm going like, mendigo. It's kind of funny. It would be ecstatic if, I'm out here. I'm never going to get COVID. I don't never had COVID. Never will get COVID. I'll be the first person in Brownsville to get monkeypox.
It's mainly by contact, so that'll be a funny story to tell.
I should be okay. I have not come into contact with anyone or anything in ages and ages and ages. But I thought about that. I go like, chin, tera, no más falta que sea monkeypox. And so of course, I popped the pimple because that's what you do. You pop pimples.
Supposedly.
Pop the pimple, and I try to exprimir all the crap out there. And it's still there. It's just red. It's just red. You can hardly see it though, but you can see a little hole. But because of the mustache, it hides it pretty well. Chess tournaments are back. Call me to set up your child for success. Brownsville Royal Knights. Yeah, one of our local chess masters, Royal, is the great job. Yeah, I started to see. I think I've seen you post more about chess than about Talk Show Central RGV style.
Yeah,
Because
which is still good. It's one of the, I guess, one of the avenues of his expertise. But it gets crazy with turn. I don't even want to think about chess tournaments.
mm.
It's so stressful.
Well, it's amazing. I
It's great. It's just real stressful. So many parents taking
it's
it
a lot of
seriously.
people, and I was amazed because I never thought there was such a great chess following out there. But let me tell you, folks, you see people camped out on campus at any particular school. I mean, literally camped
Yeah.
out. I mean, I'm surprised que no llevan los asadores and they do a carne asazo out there. Some probably do, but
That
they're
means you
just
haven't been to the original ones.
yeah, they're all out there, and it's like a family event. I mean, I
You're
yeah,
there the whole day, man. No joke. I would be there like maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, maybe. It was too crazy because I would just be. There was like all the dads would get together and they would just be chit chatting about other stuff besides chess. Um, but it's crazy. It's busy. It's good that they learn, especially when they get like out of the valley. But the valley does have a really strong powerhouse as far as chess. They even made a movie about it, man. The End Game.
yeah, with that little fat kid, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I remember even taking the kids all the way to Houston to compete. But there's a lot of competition. But I think Texas is really like powerful when it comes to chess.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that we've talked about this before. That's one of the things that should be highlighted here in Brownsville because we've got. I think. Don't you remember, Sam, that some kids up here at TSC. They won like some championships or something, you know.
They were the big. They were like the initial ones, and I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think the movie is about them, about the whole TSC, the initial students. I'm pretty sure Ray could probably give more information on that. But yeah, man, there was a lot. It went all the way to like the college level, and it brings out a lot of new skills, like Ray says. Like it gives you a lot of like thought process skills.
Well, again, I the only thing I know is Ray. The only thing I know is that I'm not sure about the movie thing. Este, I thought it was I don't know. I don't know what it entailed.
Yeah, because the movie was about a kid there from Brownsville, and then it shows how he went and compete all the way to like the college level.
Maybe Ray could explain it.
Yeah, because
I,
I
I,
know the like part of the story. I know they added a story to it of how the girl he likes, his mom gets deported, and how it's a border town and all those other issues. But then they try to overcome that obstacle.
I sent him a link to see if he could come on. He could probably might explain to us. Maybe catpox. Did you see that little publication that the news threw out there about my cat?
I did. It was kind of awkward,
It
but
was it was cute, you know.
yeah,
I took it that way. I took it was a cute. I appreciate that they would do that, but I thought it was kind of cute that they actually put up that little publication. It's free advertising. What's what it is,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
But
Free advertisement.
it
Yeah,
is free
definitely.
advertising.
I'm all for that.
They went out there and said, "Hey, the peculiar, always very particular in the way he dresses, stuff like that." I thought that was cute. It intrigues people. I
yeah.
think.
The dressed up cat.
Yeah, and the dressed up cat. Well, it's kind of funny because actually that was Ruby's idea. To get the cats like little outfits. Because let me tell you, whenever we have a wedding here in my chapel, here at the office, let me tell you,
Yeah,
the cats are like the main attraction. They're out there, they're sitting, and they're walking around, and they let people grab them and stuff, and people love it. I have some pictures of some kids I just married, and let me tell you, amazing pictures with the cats, beautiful.
yeah. I think one of their first, I guess, customers that with the cat was commenting on the main page.
Yeah, she was all excited about it. They were all excited about it. And actually, it was kind of funny because I think she reached out to, and I didn't understand why, but she reached out to me and said, Erasmo, ¿cómo se llama esta gatita? And I'm going like, Emma. And she goes, "Ah, okay. And that's it. So I didn't understand why, but I think she wanted to say, yo me tomé foto con Emma.
It was the ring bearer.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be kind of cute. But I've had several people take pictures with the cats and they love it. They really
Hey
love
man,
it. So,
start
Roy,
charging for that.
yeah, let me tell
So
you.
you want to know about the chess movie that happened a while back, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Endgame. Endgame. Endgame was the name of it. We did the casting of it at Stillman Hall. Actually, I went in and I did a little bit of casting. JJ Wahadler was the main coordinator for that event. Yeah, we used to back in the day. We used to have potlucks during our chess tournaments. My team, my parents would bring in food and all that. But Endgame, like I said, it's a story about a kid. Apparently, he's from like Morningside area because back in the day when chess kind of there's a history behind the time of JJ Wahadlo. I mean, there was people playing chess back in the 60s. I was a big part of chess in the 70s and all of that. But when Wahadlo came in, he introduced it at Russell, and they went and they took some state championships and all that. And of course, Morningside developed, and of course, the story develops from a kid from Morningside, and the love that he has for chess, but the love and the passion is developed by the grandma because the grandma and grandpa used to play, and so that's where that goes. And it's a really cool story. One of his best friends is a little girl, and she gets deported back to Mexico. And as you see the movie, you're hoping that she'll come back, but she never comes back. And of course, they go to state, and they do really well. But it's a great story. Also searching for Bobby Fischer, Knights of the South Bronx, Queen's Gambit, definitely the one that's out right now as far as chess stories. But guys, get your kids involved in chess. It'll make for better makers later in life. If they're good as students, they'll get better grades. If they're athletes, they will become better athletes because they're no longer reacting to what's happening on the field. They're predicting what's happening on the field. And man, I have a lot of stories where athletes that study chess become better. It's just a win-win scenario, man. Give your child the gift of just something great in their life. They're gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, and the benefits
Yeah.
of playing chess well, innumerable. And yeah, I encourage anyone and everyone out there, pick it up. I play chess. I mean, I don't play it like Royal does, but I
Well,
know the moves.
there's a lot of people around the world that play chess. There's a lot of people around the world, and it's like I think there's a couple of things you guys need to do in life. Play chess is one of them, definitely. Maybe play the guitar, play the piano. You go to a party, there's a piano or somebody has a guitar, you pick it up, and all of a sudden, boom, you're a star. It's like a conversation starter or whatever. But I think that's something. Fix a flat. Hey, teach your kids to fix a flat, man.
Well, every city that I've been to in the world, if you pass through a parquecito, you always see people playing chess,
Yeah,
or La Plaza or something. They're always playing chess. Uh, uh, but this is one of the things that we were talking about last night. Our kids are leaving school without having a lot of the important skills that they should have,
yeah.
like writing a check, doing their taxes, and chess. And again, it's just agiliza. It exercises the mind.
Yeah.
It exercises the mind to where it intrigues individuals into wanting to learn more.
Well,
And
I work with older citizens. 55 and over. There's a club over at Winter Haven that we meet regularly. But it's mainly exercise for the brain. That kind of deal. You get up in age, and you start forgetting things, and so chess really helps you there. Plus, it relaxes you. I've had people that come in, engineers and stuff like that, and they'll play chess for a couple hours. When I used to have a club at the Sunrise Mall,
yeah.
and they would tell me, "Man, Ray, I'm so relaxed after I play a couple of games of chess." And yeah, because you're stressed out, you want to
And quick
relax.
question, like they still don't get any type of sponsorship or any help from the BASD, right? It's all
BSD has
fundraising.
Well, no, BSD does offer. The sponsors get a stipend. I believe now it's $1,000. It used to be $2,000. What's up with that, BSD? It used to be $2,000 for stipend for sponsor. They just have to take them to 5 tournaments and of course organize their meetings and all of that. They do have a budget. Each school has a chess budget. I don't know exactly where it's at, but they do. Now, when it comes to regionals, this is the big tournament of the season. When it comes to regionals, first, second, and third place for teams, they get fully funded for nationals. First place and third place individually gets fully funded for nationals, and of course there's state, and then of course there's nationals, and our kids go to nationals. I mean, my students have always. Uh, uh, if I'm a coach of a particular some kids at a particular school, those kids go to nationals somehow because they'll get the points.
So I'm wondering if like are they decreasing like the I guess the stipends of other programs too?
More than likely, more than likely. I mean,
That's a
it's
bummer.
it's 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 a bummer because sometimes you don't have that incentive. Helps the teachers, decide. Well, okay, I think I'll put some extra time into this because it's
Some
all
extra
extra.
effort into
It's
it.
an extra effort. I mean, who wants to spend a whole Saturday morning? Because you go in. If you're a sponsor, you have to be there like around seven
And
thirty.
regionals are 2 days,
Yeah,
man.
regional is 2 days, nationals is 3 days, and you got to travel. But even our regular Saturday tournaments, you're there around 7:30, to set up and the whole bit, and you don't leave till 3:30. It's a whole day. What are you running for? Erasmo's running for commissioner.
Yeah, it's scrolling on the bottom.
Scrolling in the bottom, man. Uh,
Erasmo
uh,
for
Let's get the focus
county.
is in the center. The focus in the
But
center.
I could have sworn Gloria's been watching for quite a few weeks.
Well,
The
it's
county
good.
commissioner, they're
Glory,
precinct two, which
Well,
is
glory.
what the
it's
west side
it's
of
kind of
Brownsville.
it's kind of funny because I actually had this discussion with Roman. And he was like, well, you gotta do this. You guys, I'm like, it's not my first rodeo, baby. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my first race. Again, you have to have a feel for when, and again, I, I think it's just too early to go out there and be bashing on people like come out and
Yeah.
come out. People get tired of that, and then what happens?
Try telling that to the sheriff that's gonna go against
Who?
But the thing is
her.
here. Here's the thing, Sam. Here's the thing, Erasmo. You're a unique individual. You have a platform. You're out there every day. I
Every
mean,
day.
chingado, está Erasmo otra vez poniendo gorro. But it's true, man. You're out here. You're giving us the facts. You're opening up our eyes to what's out there. Because a lot of times, we believe all the I guess misnews, whatever, news con el flavor of the leadership and not the reality. And so you have opened up the eyes of the community. A lot of people that were your haters, because I'm from back in the day. We're from
Oh yeah.
Cheese Nation. I mean, I was in the inner circle, that kind of deal. Uh and so we know how this has grown. There's a few of us that have been there, and we know how you have grown and how the community has developed and how the community used to hate you, and they have changed their minds.
Well, I
They have
think
figured out, oh, this maybe he's right.
yeah, and you know and I'm glad you said that because it's so true. And look, I don't have anything against anyone, and people
Yeah,
need to understand that it is what it is. And that's one of the great things. It's like I was mentioning yesterday to Ricardo, Ricardo. I was mentioning to Ricardo that how even with like Carlo, who's another attorney here in Brownsville. I mean, we fight all the time.
yeah,
We fight all the time. We don't agree politically, and we have I think we have a great relationship. And we're not like buddies tied to the hip. We're not going out every day. We're going to have breakfast today, but it's just that type of friend relationship. But one of the things is that a lot of folk would say, "No, hombre, Erasmo está loco. He's
yeah.
wrong. It's not true." And then once they started to see, once they started to feel the effects of PUB, of the monies that Elon was coming, because again, now it's just I just question people. Okay, we received 10 million for downtown. Show it to me.
Where is it at? It's
Yeah,
downtown somewhere,
en-
but of course.
enséñalo. Show us where there's
I
10 million.
and it was not the lights, right? Because the lights were already paid for by something else.
They were already paid through a
And
different
you know what?
program.
The lights are okay. Okay, the lights are finally on. They're working, right? But they still don't look as pretty
As
as the one with the three little balls. If you go to Elizabeth, you see the new lights, and yeah, they're bright. They don't light up as much as the ones on Washington or the old lights. And plus they look better at a distance. Se miran más bonitas.
100%.
I'm sorry, mayor or whoever decided on those other lights and decided to waste money on spending for those other lights. The ones with the three little balls, those are fancier. They look prettier. They're classic.
Well,
You know,
Royal, the part of the problem, and I tell people this, part of the problem is that sometimes, most of the time, I think that these people, they're doing these things in order to pay somebody off.
oh yeah,
Because I'll give you an example, Royal.
that's true.
I'll give you an example. We got word that some of the bus routes were going to be canceled.
Mm,
Canceled. So bus routes are going to be canceled because there are no driver. There's a lack of drivers. They can't sustain itself. And you go like most les falta ingreso. They need money. And then all of a sudden you go down Billy Mitchell and they're building this facade outside the BISD. I mean the city of Brownsville bus barn. And you go like, why do you don't need that. You don't need to put lipstick on the pig. You
no.
don't need to poner una facade, algo que
Yeah,
bonito.
yeah, yeah.
Esto. It's a wavy kind of crap thing. I mean, they
Right.
spent tens of thousands of dollars
Yeah.
for what? And it's like, well, they've got to pay the contractor, they got to pay the architect that puts money into their pocket. So a lot of these projects, like the lights downtown, they had no reason to change them. I mean,
Mm,
if you're going to change from regular lights to LED lights, then you can do that with the
maybe.
old, yeah, with the
Yeah.
old posts. You don't have to put those ugly ones on there
Yeah.
that are already damaged by trucks. So
Or
again,
if you wanted to like spend more money, like put more cameras,
There you
put
well,
go.
more
Security,
coverage.
yeah.
Sam,
Security, so they can feel comfortable coming downtown. As it
well,
is,
Yeah.
the
I'm
downtown
sure,
has a
I'm
reputation.
I'm sure Royal knows. They did a substation. I mean, they even have a grand opening for the police substation there at Market Square.
Y está cerrada.
Gone. It's gone. It's
What happened to
closed.
sophomores? Sophomores is closed. I'm in.
Closed. It's a
What
community
happened to
center.
military? Military has a substation. Closed.
Well, they don't even have police officers. There's a shortage of staff. So what happened to the three students at Brownsville that wanted to shoot up Harmony School? I don't know if they wanted to shoot up Harmony School. They took a gun. And again, let's wait till all the facts. I don't want to demonize the kids
Yeah,
yet,
yeah, yeah. Don't, no, don't.
guys. A lot of time. And again, I'm not going to excuse it. I mean, did they take it to use it? Did they take it to show off? Did they take it by error? I mean,
Was
was
it
it?
a stupid decision, or were they planning something?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
kids.
wait. So let's wait. I think there was a case somewhere here in the valley where the kid got the wrong backpack, and one of those backpacks was the parents' backpack, and they took a gun to to school. I'm not excusing anyone. I say let's just wait. And the reason I say let's wait is because they're kids. I
Yeah.
don't want to destroy their lives. And I'll give you an example. This thing with those three kids that were at Porter.
Oh yeah, that was a mess.
It's a mess. We don't know yet. It just doesn't
Everybody
sound
jumped the
right.
gun. Everybody jumped the gun and started adding your things. Said, oh yeah, did you see that Erasmo was over there? And oh yeah, did you see that Erasmo was over there? He was drinking. Oh, did you see that Erasmo was over there? He was smoking. Oh, did you see that Erasmo over there? And all of a sudden, Erasmo was not even there.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what happens. And again, I understand how the way social media works. The issue is, I think that there was a lot of mishandling from law enforcement. I think
Yeah.
law enforcement might have been a little bit on the trigger happy. That's my thought. I'm not accusing anyone, but let's wait. I felt
Hey,
horrible
like
for those
on
kids.
on that note, what was the end result of the kid from Veterans that it was the dad's gun?
Nothing.
Oh yeah,
That's the case. That's the case I was referring to. I'd forgotten what school it was. Nothing. And again,
well,
But
I,
it was because it wasn't taken with ill intention.
exactamente. But
but who's
again,
to
we
tell
don't
what
know.
the intention is? Come on. You don't know.
The thing with Harmony was that what was posted, and don't quote me, was that there was already like an online argument between kids, and they had already threatened him. How factual is that? I have no idea, but that's what they had posted. And
Yeah,
then they had mentioned that they were gonna that they had threatened him with the gun, and then they happened to find the gun after they investigated. So,
but again, I mean, again,
but
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
not like
I
I don't
don't
want
have
to jump
enough.
into conclusions. It
Yeah,
could have
I don't.
just been that he was trying to be all like show off since the beginning of the school year, and his maybe a relative had a gun, and they happened to find the gun there in the house.
Yeah,
So
again, it's too early. There's very little information out there. Let's wait till more information comes out. And again, I feel for the parents, the parents and the other classmates. I mean, it's always a trippy situation, to be
Yeah.
as the, to have that feeling that, you could have been the next Uvalde. Again, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
that's what was going to
Sad.
happen, but who knows? My former STEL students were able to be in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Those Kobe Portales, actually my private student. The Son Tuyos that were for another school were my private students again. A lot of my private students were in that movie, and I actually took leading little cameos. And so yeah,
Thank you, Glory. I need those 3 votes, and I need y'all to get another 30 votes, please.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is VIZ still offering a stipend for coaches sponsors for the campuses? I
It
didn't
used to
notice
be
it.
$2,000. No, when you were around, it used to be $2,000, and now it's only 1,000. So it's gone down, and you know exactly how much work you guys put into it. Yeah. Anelda was an awesome chess
Like
sponsor
not
when
only
he
the
was at
work that
Stell.
you put in, but all that nonsense you get from the parents.
Yeah, that's true too.
And
You
But
Ray
know,
knows what I'm talking about.
let me tell you, some of the parents,
no, my
man.
parents are great, man, because the Royal Knight family is awesome, man. We all work
No, but
together and the whole
but
bit. But yeah, there's like,
some of the parents are very like
here's
embattados.
the thing. There's the thing. They don't explain the rules to the parents. They don't explain to them, the kid comes out y que, well, maybe I won, or esto que el otro, o que hizo cheating, y la parent, pues, ¿qué va a hacer? Se va a defender el niño y va y le brinca. And the thing in chess, this is what happens, guys. When there's a situation in chess, the only voice that matters is the kid. Kid versus kid. The coaches cannot get involved. The parents cannot get involved. Only the kid. So the kid must be trained how to handle that situation. And every Royal Knight is trained to handle that situation. You know, whether getting weaknesses from the players that are next to him. For instance, one of my let's say one of my kids is playing another kids, and the other kid teaches a piece illegally. As he's touching it, he'll say, "Oh, look, guys, he's touching the queen or something." And so the guys that are playing next to him will look at him, and then he'll the guy does what he was going to do, right? And so illegal move is done or something. He calls the TD, which is a judge. He comes over, and the TD can't believe either one of them. So he says, "So what happened? Boom, boom, boom. This happened. Boom, boom, boom. This happened." And then my player will normally say, "Right, guys, he did that." And the guys that are there say, "Yeah, he touched the piece. Yeah, vámonos. He gets caught." But otherwise, the judge can't make a call for one guy or the other. You got to train these kids how to handle the situation. But it's
That's
only
why
the
there's
kids.
note taking.
Yeah, yeah. And the parents can't say anything. Y luego se enojan, but nobody explains it to the parent. That's the thing,
Yeah,
So they don't know. I mean, they're gonna defend their kid. Y se enoja porque, man, I've seen it.
I've seen some parents como que si estuvieran en un European soccer game, like hooligans. Ah! Ah! Going like chess.
I even heard that there was a one or two tournaments in the past where there's been actual fights.
Yeah. Four pieces.
I keep really busy inside, working with my students during the tournaments, because I coach all my students during the tournaments, and so I'm always, pero I heard, it's like, but I don't know, man. Si lo hacen en otros sports, baseball, football, whatever, hey, why not chess?
I guess. Guys, tonight I should be doing the show from Monterrey.
Órale.
I plan to be there by 8:30. If some for unforeseen reason I can't make it, I'll let y'all know. But I should be on at 9 tonight from Monterrey. Probably from the airport. I want to get to the airport early, and make sure that I have everything to fly out. It's kind of a weird deal to go to Colombia. It's kind of a trippy situation, but I'm mendiga gata. But the biggest issue is Mexico, because I have to go into Mexico, go to the airport, and then get a fly out of Mexico visa, and that's crazy because I I'm a Mexican citizen. I have dual citizenship.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I tried to say that yes. She goes, but yeah, but you're traveling with the American passport. I say, well, yeah, because I can't have two. I
Right,
probably
right.
could, but it's not practical to have two passports. So they said, well, you have to get el permiso
well, quick question: why don't you just fly out of Brownsville?
because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
And this trip is taking 12 hours. It would probably take like 24 hours to do it because you'd
You would
have
have
to
to go to Houston, right?
Houston or
Or New
Dallas.
York, or Dallas, because
Yeah,
it's the
Houston or
DFW.
Dallas, and then fly God knows where. And it's crazy when you drive to Monterrey, spend some time with your dentist in Monterrey, and
Con la movida.
and then fly out to Colombia, then come back, and then visit the dentist again. And
Uh-huh.
no, but I have other friends in Monterrey.
Sí.
I posted the pictures where I went to see a lot of my church people out there. So I have a lot of friends in Monterrey, so I get to see a lot of people.
¿Qué te
I,
encargaré de Colombia?
Colombia's cool, man. I've been doing a lot of conversation with people from Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia. I had what a writer life coach the other day from Bolivia, man. She was awesome.
Oh,
Este,
let me tell you, it's amazing. I
yeah.
love Colombia. I mean, I've only been once. This will be my second time in Colombia.
Hmm.
I'm hoping it's going to be a cool little trip.
Super, super cool.
All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks, Roy, for coming on and explaining
Hey
the
man, well
food thing.
now was anytime, and I'm lucky I was watching it, man, because like I said, I've been really busy doing a lot of work for Latino Radio TV and Titu y Pasión and that kind of deal. And I'm actually becoming pretty big, I guess, in the Tejano industry. Hey, by the way, everybody in Brownsville this weekend, Ruby and your niece is having a big deal at 281 Saloon. She's music's going to start from 3:30 all the way to about midnight. Ruby Ann comes in around 11 or so, but there's a lot of amazing artists that are going to be performing, guys. There's going to be vendors, there's going to be food. Come on by. I believe tickets are either $8 or $10 for the whole event, and it's all it's for some community deal for here to for the kids, I think, in Brownsville. So definitely, man, go out there. I'm going to be out there interviewing some of the artists. So come on by and say hi.
And I appreciate that you do all the fine arts and all the other performing arts stuff here. So that's awesome. Yeah, guys, if you have a chance, please stop by this weekend. I did make she only got that. I did make mention to Ruby Ann that I was not going to be able to be there this weekend. I'll be out, but I hope to be at the next ones. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, still be all that crap. I don't see you tonight at 9 p.m. God bless.
Take care.
Watch out
Adios.
for